Namaskaram, beautiful yoga family. This is Yogacharini Sangeeta, and today I'm demonstrating the Mahat Yoga Pranayama, codified and taught by Yogamaharishi Dr. Swami Gitananda Giri, Guru Maharaj, in his Yoga Step-by-Step Lesson 6. In the previous lessons, we have learned how to practice and how to feel Vibhaga Pranayama, or sectional breathing, from or in the lower section of the lungs, front, side, and back, the middle area of the lungs, front, side, and back, and the upper or clavicular section of the lungs, front, side, right under the armpits, and back. So with the Mahat Yoga Pranayama, we are bringing together the three sections of the lung in one vast, ample, Mahat, big Yoga Pranayama. So some of the things that are confusing maybe at first are, first, we inhale like we have done just by adding the sections on counts of 2 per section. So breathing in 2 in the lower, 3, 4 in the middle, 5, 6 in the upper. And the movement is front, side, back, middle, front, side, back, upper, front, side, back. When we breathe out, we do what we have done in the different sections. So we go from the lower, but back, side, front, middle, back, side, front, and upper, back, side, and front. So we breathe in. And when we breathe out, we start from the lower section. Breathing in front, breathing out back. Some may ask, if you breathe in from the bottom to the top, why don't you breathe out from the top to the bottom? This is a frequent question. And the answer is provided by observing the diaphragmatic muscle. The diaphragmatic muscle pulls the air in, so we feel in the lower section first. And as we breathe out, we push from the diaphragm, so the air that we focus on first is the lower, then the middle, and then the upper. So it's a little bit different than you would imagine it being. And in this way, when we breathe in from the lower and we breathe out from the lower, we make sure that all the sections are properly deflated. Okay. The sparsha mudras, we have practiced them in the different areas, right? Now it will be very kind of challenging, not very difficult, but a little bit challenging to touch them as you breathe in on 2 counts, 2 counts, and 2 counts in the inhale and exhale. So Swamiji suggests that we can either place one hand in the lower, one hand in the middle of the chest, and then move the second hand to the upper area. So we breathe in 2, breathe in 2, breathe in 2. And when we exhale, we breathe out 2, breathe out 2, and breathe out 2. Just to remember. However, for the sake of this video, what I'm going to do is to talk about the Hasta Mudra for the Mahat Yoga Pranayama, which is Brahma Mudra. And so when we'll be practicing together, we can practice directly with the Brahma Mudra. However, it's going to take some time at the beginning of the practice to truly feel all the areas inflating in this upward spiral and then deflating in this still upward spiral, one starting from the front and one starting from the back, like the helix of our DNA. And then, so practice those on your own first, and then you can come to the Brahma Mudra at some point. Let's review the Hasta Mudras for the Vibhaga Pranayama. In the Adham Pranayama, which is the lower section of the lungs, front, side, and back, we have practiced the Chin Mudra. Chin Mudra is practiced and done with the tip of the index finger and the thumb together, placed gently, and then the rest of the fingers are straight. Everything is relaxed, so there's intention, but also a certain level of surrender, so you don't get too tense with the mudras. The hands are placed, as you know, right in this area of your body. When we travel up to the middle section of the lungs in the Vibhaga Pranayama, we have practiced Chin Maya Mudra. So the tip of the index fingers and the thumb are still together, and these fingers are brought here gently, and then these are here. You want to press here a little bit, but you don't want it to be too stressful, okay? And then you place these here. And then lastly, for the Adhyam Pranayama, or the upper section of the lungs, front, side, and back, we have practiced the Adhi Mudra. And that is placing the thumb inside and all of the fingers holding it in place. You can feel the thumb in place. You don't have to squeeze too strongly. The reason why I repeat this over and over again is that a lot of times when we practice this the first time, we find ourselves with a lot of stress in holding the mudra. So make sure, as always, that your shoulders are down and back, that your Vajrasana is extended as best as you can, and that there's plenty of space under the armpits for the lungs to breathe. So these are the three. When we practice the Vibhaga Pranayama as one, we turn our Adi Mudra into Brahma Mudra. Brahma is the creator, divinity, principle. So it's the name of one of the divinities of the Hindu culture. However, Brahma, also Swamiji teaches, is an ancient Sanskrit word for breath. So the Mahat Yoga breath has a mudra of breath, of creation through the breath. So that's kind of beautiful. So the Adi Mudra, from here, you turn it around just like so, and you place it right where the navel is, just a little bit above here, where your hands can be aligned, so the knuckles are together. That's part of the mudra. It's just like a namaskaram, but returned, like reversed here. So you don't want to have the hands like that or too much like that, because that of course creates tension here, as you can see. And this is detached and also tense. So find in your body, it depends on the length of your arms, of course. So find in the body where there's a certain level of balance between the knuckles holding the mudra together and the shoulders relaxed, and plenty of space down here. So not this, not that, right? Or not forward, not back. You have to find it where it's comfortable for you. It takes some time. During the practice, you can keep your eyes open, so that if you're noticing that you're like slouching or losing the mudra, it's easier than if you have your eyes closed. Very good. So let's practice this together. Let's see. Remember, we're going forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in out breathing, 2, 4, 6. So it's a 6 by 6 count breath. In between the in-breath and the out-breath, we will be adding 3 counts of suspension, of breathing in, hold, breathing out, hold. When we are at the top of the breath or at the bottom of the exhalation, we're going to add the aprakasha mudra, which is a swallowing. You're swallowing your saliva and you're also swallowing the breath. Swamiji tells us this mudra helps with reassuring the nervous system and also taking us out of any sort of hypnosis that we may feel while practicing this very, very deep, deep, deep style of breathing. So let's give it a try, all right? Breathe out to prepare. Breathing in, bottom, middle, higher, hold, swallow. Breathing out, lower, middle, upper area of the lungs, hold, swallow. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Out, bottom. Middle. Upper. Hold. Breathe in, lower. Middle. Upper. Hold. Out, lower. Middle. Upper. Hold. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Breathe in. Lower. Middle. Upper. Hold. Breathe out. Lower. Middle. Upper. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. One more. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Very good. Relax the mudra. I hope this video was helpful, and keep practicing. Practice one area of the lungs until you have enough sensitivity to follow the breath in this movement as it rises up and fills your lung, and then as it deflates and leaves you empty and serene. Thank you. Many blessings.